Eicher Motors came up with its Q1 FY22 numbers today, and let me tell you, they were not surprising. But what was surprising, that the CEO of Royal Enfield, Mr. Vinod K Dasari, has resigned from the post, and in place of him, Mr. B.Govindarajan has been appointed as an Executive Director of Royal Enfield. So that's the big development coming in on Eicher Motors along with the Q1 FY22 numbers, because Vinod K Dasari actually played quite a significant role in the journey of Royal Enfield. Although it was just been 2 years of him being with the Eicher Motors, but the company has seen a lot of growth during these times. But now let's come to the numbers apart from that big development. So the revenues were marginally above to the ET Now poll, but apart from that, the EBITDA, profit and margins were in line to the expectations. The company recorded a sales of around 1974 crores versus our expectation of 1867 crores. In terms of EBITDA, the number was recorded at 363 crores. That's a jump from 3.8 crores of last year, which was definitely a very low base for the company. In terms of margins, we were expecting that to be at 18.9%, but that came in at 18.4%, meeting the expectations. But on quarter-on-quarter basis, if you see, we know that the commodity inflation and the production shortages has been impacting the margins of the company all across. Similar is the case for Eicher Motors, where on quarter-on-quarter basis, we see that 320 basis points declining on the margins. In the bottom line, the company recorded a profit of 237 crores. That's up from 52.2 crores of loss that was reported in last year. So these were the headline numbers, but apart from that, the management did share their commentary on how was the production this time, what all the factors that played the role in the earnings, and going forward, what outlook do they hold. Starting with Mr. Lal, he is the MD of the company, and he shares his view that the chip shortages has been impacting the production of the companies. That did have an impact and a role to play in the earnings of the quarter gone by, but in the current and the running quarter as well, the company is actually seeing chip and semiconductor shortages, which has been impacting the production levels, and he expects the normalization in the second half of the current financial year. The exports continue to do good, really good for the company, as we see that the India was into the shutdown mode during the quarter gone by in Q1 of FY22. So exports actually managed and tried to offset the impact on the overall earnings, and going forward, export markets continue to do well, and the management holds quite a good strategy over there as well. The market share of the Royal Enfield has been constant in the domestic markets. That has not changed on a year-on-year basis, but the production at the capacities right now, if I talk about, then that's at an optimal level with the current supplies of the raw material, that's for sure. But going forward, the management shares that they are seeing signs of tapering off in the commodity pricing, because we see that the margins are getting a hit. They are taking a hit over there. So let's see, and let's be hopeful that the commodity prices, the signs that the management is seeing actually gets widened, and the commodity prices try to cool down some bit, and the company manages to take the price hike, and in the latest they have taken a price hike in the month of July itself. But going forward, they are as of no plans with any EV models coming up, and they have no long-term expansion plans being affected from the shorter-term disruptions that are being seen because of the chip shortage issues at present. So that was Eicher Motors for you with the very big development, and let's see how the stock reacts after this.